Coming up next on Live at 6, Citrus TV has learned that the university knew about the graduation date change back in the spring. Our Ricky Sayer tells us the latest and how students are reacting.
Secretary of State Mike Pompeo confirms he was on the call between President Trump and the leader of Ukraine. We'll tell you how he was involved.
The stock market plummeted again today. Find out how much the Dow Jones lost. News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is Citrus TV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Temperatures dropped more than 20 degrees since yesterday. Good evening, I'm McElrath.
And I'm Jenna Bree. We've seen rain all day, and it doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon.
Citrus TV weather anchor Nicole Weaving is live outside on the weather deck. Nicole, will this rain ever go away?
Well, as the old nursery rhyme goes, rain, rain, go away, come again another day. And we've seen plenty of rain so far today, but no raindrops falling at the moment. It's just a bunch of clouds in the sky. And that day that it'll come again, that would be tomorrow. But taking a look at what our temperature is right now, it's about 57 degrees outside right now. But it really feels closer to 54 degrees due to about 10 miles per hour of wind. We're also looking at a 15% chance of rain. We're hovering right around there throughout the rest of the night as well. For seniors who may be heading out to Flip tonight, the temperature is going to drop a little bit, looking at about a low of 57. We'll also be looking at less wind tonight as well, so it'll feel a little bit truer to what your thermometer may read. And later in the show, I'll give you more of my full forecast, as well as taking a look at our radar for when that rain will come creeping back in tonight. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Nicole. And new at 6 tonight, Citrus TV is learning just how early Syracuse University decided on new dates for college convocations. The changes coming due to dome construction, pushing commencement to the Quad, and some convocations to Manly. Citrus TV reporter Ricky Sayer is in studio to tell us more.
Graduation weekend, a commencement in the dome. It's supposed to be one of the happiest times in a person's life. But for some, it has been a source of stress and frustration. And tonight, we've learned that the university has known for a long time before they told students when those critical convocation dates would be. When commencement 2020 rolls around next year, this is exactly what Syracuse seniors are afraid of.
It's gonna rain, I know it is. Or if it rains, it's gonna rain the day before and we're gonna be walking on mud.
Syracuse University announcing in an email yesterday that in the event of severe weather, commencement would move from the Quad to Manly Fieldhouse, just like the convocations for Newhouse and Whitman. They were already moved. Both convocations typically taking place Saturday afternoon. The university announcing at the start of this semester that those ceremonies would be held on Friday.
The fact that they're moving a lot of the convocations to Friday means a huge adjustment for not only my families, but families, say, that are flying from California.
The change is most severe for Newhouse students, whose convocation will now be held Friday at 1:30 in the afternoon. Families scrambling to book new flights and see if hotels will let them start their stays early.
You have to book your hotel after commencement the year before. Like, my mom called the next day. We've had these reservations planned.
We asked co-chair of the commencement committee, Pete Sala, just when they decided to make this change.
Until we really got a grasp of the schedule of this project, I mean, we really didn't know it till well into the spring and maybe into the summer.
The fact that this wasn't communicated last spring when they knew this is atrocious, to be honest.
They should have figured this out a long time ago and told us as soon as they figured it out. They would have gotten backlash either way. I don't know why they hesitated on letting it out.
There's nothing really you could have done to try to get that out earlier?
I don't think so. Not really truly understanding where we were with the schedule of the project.
It's a tradition to graduate in the dome. I remember freshman year they told us, you know, this is the first time you'll be together as a class in the dome, and the last time you're going to be here as a class is graduation, and that's just not happening. So don't say things that you don't mean.
We've gotten a lot of questions about if everyone will fit on the Quad. The university says seating will be unlimited and that they will use tiered seating. That's something similar to bleachers to fit everyone in. If you can't find a hotel, the university will offer up rooms on North Campus. Those will become available in the spring. Amber, Jenna, back to you.
Thanks, Ricky. The university's Interfaith Dialogue Dinner Series has its first event of the year tonight. This year's series will open with discussions on queer identities, spirituality, and liberation. Both guest speakers are Buddhist teachers of color and members of the LGBTQ community. The next dinner dialogue will be November 11th and will focus on the legacy of Anne Frank. A Syracuse professor has received a prestigious title. Associate Engineering Professor Melissa Green has been named an Associate Fellow of the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics. The title is awarded to people who have made notable contributions to the arts, sciences, or technology. Green is part of the Fluid Dynamics Technical Committee and has completed research for the Office of Naval Research.
If you're commuting to work on Friday, you may need to take a detour. The Pearl Street on-ramp to I-81 North will be closed for repairs. The New York State Department of Transportation says drivers can use the entrance on Butternut Street until the Pearl Street ramp reopens Saturday afternoon. Tonight, Vera House is holding its 30th annual Report to the Community on Domestic and Sexual Violence at the Everson Museum of Art. The group will highlight accomplishments over the past 3 decades, including the promotion of healthy masculinity. There will be performances and information about legal services and other resources.
New details on the man who is allegedly responsible for a shooting in Denny's back in February. Justice Holmes originally said he would plead guilty to the triple shooting, but has just pulled out. However, when asked in court whether he tried to kill one of the victims, he denied. Holmes faces up to 57 years in prison if convicted. In the meantime, he will be in jail until his trial in December. A New Jersey Mike's Subs location is opening in DeWitt today. The new restaurant at the Marshalls Plaza on Erie Boulevard is the first Jersey Mike's in the Syracuse area. And according to the reports, there are more to come with upcoming locations in Clay, Camillus, and Cicero.
The calendar has flipped to October, which means Breast Cancer Awareness Month has started. Citrus TV reporter Nicole visited a local salon to see how the owners are giving back and going pink.
I, Ben Walsh, Mayor of the City of Syracuse, hereby proclaim the month of October 2019 to be Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the City of Syracuse.
And in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, local businesses like Salon Belleza are finding ways to think pink.
I had this platform. I had to do something to give back.
Annette Knapp is the owner of Salon Belleza, which runs a fundraiser every October because of the connection breast cancer has to Annette's family.
My mother passed from breast cancer. She was only 64. And my sister is a 5-year survivor. I have 4 sisters. So this is what I chose to do. It's in my heart and I have a passion for it.
The salon puts in pink hair extensions, sells handmade pumpkins, and does a raffle. Annette also chose a Syracuse University theme this year in honor of Tiana Mangakahia, the women's basketball player who was diagnosed with breast cancer this summer.
I just felt that needed to be out there in the world, that you girls, you young girls, think it's just for older women, and that's an eye-opener.
Annette's goal is to raise $10,000 this year, a number she has yet to reach in the 9 years of the fundraiser. But no matter how much she raises, her sister Barb, a breast cancer survivor, is proud of Salon Belleza's impact on others battling this terrible disease.
I know how hard she works, It takes her months to, do what you see here. And I know there's a lot of breast cancer survivors that have benefited from what she does, what the fundraising does.
How much are these tickets?
Nicole Weaving, Citrus TV News.
Tonight, there will be a panel about the safety of Onondaga Lake. Organizers say the panel will answer questions about potential contaminants. This comes during plans to create a swimming area on the lake. The panel takes place at 6:30 tonight at the University United Methodist Church in Syracuse.
It's National Coffee with a Cop Day, and police officers across the nation are meeting members of their communities. In upstate New York, the Syracuse Police Department met at 4 different locations this afternoon. Citizens could chat with officers and voice any unheard complaints. Syracuse Police Department intern Stephen Bergen says days like today help officers better serve the community.
Hard for police officers to do their job if they're not trusted by the public, and when they can interact with people here at McDonald's such as today really helps them fill that gap.
The town of Cicero is in search of a new logo, and you could be the one to create it. The town is calling on anyone with artistic ability to design a new eye-catching logo. The contest began yesterday and will run until mid-November. The winner will be announced in December.
Police are investigating a 3-vehicle crash involving an Oneida County school bus. According to investigators, a man sideswiped the bus and forced it off the road, where it hit a guide wire and then a tree. No one on the bus was injured, but both car drivers went to the hospital. The driver responsible for the crash was given a ticket for failure to keep right.
And coming up after the break, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo admits to being on the call between President Trump and the President of Ukraine. We have the details.
And the stock market takes a considerable plunge. What that means for the U.S. economy. Don't go away.
Properly extinguished can cause a wildfire. Hey guys, it's Smokey! It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay. Yeah. Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver. The one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
If you see news happening on campus, in Syracuse, or across the nation, call the CitrusTV Newsroom, 315-443-1177, or tweet at CitrusTV News, your campus news leader.
Today, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo confirmed that he was on the call between President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. That was the call where Trump asked the Ukrainian leader to investigate Joe Biden, prompting an impeachment inquiry.
Pompeo confirmed he was on the call during a news conference in Rome. Previously, he evaded direct questions about how much he knew about the call. 3 House committees subpoenaed Mike Pompeo last week to hand over documents related to the call. Out of the nation's capital today, Democrats are discussing sending a subpoena to the White House. A memo from House Oversight Chairman Elijah Cummings said the subpoena would come on Friday. The House Democrats want the documents as part of their inquiry to impeach President Trump. Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani and Secretary of State Mike Pompeo have already been issued subpoenas. On Wall Street, the stock market had a rough Wednesday. The Dow Jones fell almost 500 points when the closing bell rang. That brings the Dow's 2-day losses to 838 points. The Nasdaq and the S&P 500 each fell slightly less. The drop comes after report shows both manufacturing and hiring slowed in September. In a tweet today, President Trump blamed the plunge on the impeachment inquiry and the Federal Reserve. Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders is recovering in a hospital tonight following a heart procedure. A Sanders aide said doctors found a block in an artery. Doctors then inserted 2 stents, which are designed to open up passageways in the body. The aide also said that while Sanders is in good spirits, he will be resting over the next few days. Events like a gun forum in Las Vegas had to be canceled. Johnson & Johnson reached a tentative settlement with 2 Ohio counties for more than $20 million. The settlement allows the company to avoid the first federal lawsuit against an opioid manufacturer. Johnson & Johnson will pay millions in reimbursement for legal fees, and a lot of the money will go towards programs to fight opioid addiction. Though initial reports suggested that North Korea launched a missile from a submarine Tuesday night, we have new information.
U.S. officials say the missile test came from an underwater platform instead of a sub. The launch came just after North Korea agreed to continued negotiations with the United States.
This is also the first time in 2 years that a North Korean missile has landed in Japanese waters, highlighting how exposed the Japanese mainland is to short-range North Korean strikes.
The Times of London reports President Trump asked British Prime Minister Boris Johnson for help in discrediting the Mueller investigation.
Johnson is now the third world leader that Trump is confirmed to have spoken to about the issue.
The president claimed British intelligence prompted the Mueller report and asked Johnson for information that could undermine its contents. The president also sent him William Barr to London in the days following the call, where the Attorney General repeated the false claims in a meeting with the UK's security service M15.
The UK has proposed new plans for Brexit today, including replacing the Irish backstop. Ireland would keep their spot in the Euro single market but leave the customs union.
The president of the European Commission says the new proposals, quote, respect the decision of the UK to leave the EU while dealing with that decision's consequences in Northern Ireland.
The UK is set to leave the EU on October 31st, and the government claims there will be no further delays past that point.
And when we come back, I'll give you a full look at what our weather is for not only tomorrow, but the rest of the week, as well as when exactly you can expect rain tomorrow. Citrus TV News will be right back.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where do cats go on vacation? New York.
From the Citrus TV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
And taking a look at our current temperatures around central New York right now, everywhere sitting kind of in the mid to high 50s range with slightly warmer temperatures. Binghamton at 64, Elmira at 61 right about now. But as we take a look at our future radar, what everyone's wondering, when is that rain going to come back? And as you see, it starts to really creep in from this lower corner here towards the end of the day. This is where we're at right now, seeing some of that green go by, and then you see from the lower corner down here, that's when that rain really starts to creep in, and that's not going to be closer until midnight or 1 a.m. tonight. So if you're going out tonight, don't worry, you may not need your raincoat, but based on how today was, always better to be safe than sorry. And then when you wake up in the morning, there's only going to be about a 15 to 20% chance of showers. So again, treat tomorrow like how you treated today, where rain was kind of going to be in and out all day long. And the good thing though, not a lot of wind, so none of that sideways rain that Syracuse has been known for recently. And then as we take a look throughout the day, the temperature is going to warm up throughout the day, kind of following the trend as it's been since we hit fall. And the certain rain though, right after 2 p.m. That's where kind of we are going to be seeing 75% chance, 90% chance of rain, and that's going to carry on throughout the rest of the day and into the night. Looking over the next couple days, though, at when we should be expecting rain. Tomorrow, really going to expect to be the outlier at about a 90% chance of rain throughout the day. Then we look at across the rest of the week, the chances of rain should be low, but it will return around Monday. And then taking a quick look at when we should expect some snow, the worst news you can get, it'll be right around October 15th is when they should expect. We'll reach down to those 32-degree temperatures and a steady drop. But Corey, what's going on over in sports?
Nicole, snow's coming already? I mean, come on. I thought winds were starting to pick up, leaves are starting to change colors. Most importantly, though, it's postseason time in Major League Baseball. An intense finish to last night's NL wildcard game, and we look forward to tonight's matchup in the AL wildcard game. We'll be right back after this.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be?
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
162 games are in the books, and now Major League Baseball's postseason is underway. The National League wildcard game saw the Nationals hosting the Brewers last night for a spot to face the NL-leading Dodgers in the NLDS. Washington faced a 3-1 deficit entering the bottom of the 8th inning, but that's when the theatrics commenced. The Nationals loaded the bases against Brewers star closer Josh Hader. Juan Soto at the dish. He smacks it into right field. One run is in, the tying run comes around, and then the costly hiccup. Milwaukee right fielder Trent Grisham misplays the ball, and the go-ahead run, Anthony Rendon, touches home. Soto tagged out at second. That didn't matter, and the Nationals escape with a 4-3 victory over the Brewers. Steven Strasburg, who normally starts, came in as a relief pitcher and was credited with the win. The right-hander polished off 3 scoreless innings, striking out 4, and now Washington heads to La La Land to square off with the Dodgers in a 5-game series tomorrow night. Los Angeles is the 2-time reigning National League champs, and this year's Dodgers recorded the most regular season wins by an NL team this century. Another single elimination game tonight on the American League side. The Rays visit the A's. Oakland dominant at home this season, winning 64% of the games at the Coliseum. But Tampa Bay has the right man on the bump to neutralize that home field advantage. Charlie Morton gets the baseball tonight for the Rays. Morton with an ERA under 1 against the A's this season in over 13 innings pitched. So don't expect him to do anything differently in the postseason.
I'm just going to treat it like, in terms of preparation, like a normal start. I'm not really going to do anything special. And, I'm not trying to look at a whole bunch of data that I've never looked at before, overanalyze the situation. And really, just trying to stay as relaxed as I can going into tomorrow, and try to keep it as normal as possible.
Morton's counterpart is Athletics left-hander Sean Manai, who has only appeared in 5 games this season due to shoulder surgery, but Manai is 4-0 in those 5 starts. The winner of this one squares off with the Astros on Friday. Tonight's first pitch is a little after 8 o'clock. In the NFL, Giants fans have undergone a roller coaster of emotions over the past few weeks. Quarterback Daniel Jones has led New York to 2 wins in his first 2 starts, but starting tailback Saquon Barkley has been sidelined due to a high ankle sprain. However, just 10 days since suffering that injury, the Penn State product was back on the practice field today, running and participating in drills. Barkley was initially ruled out for 1 to 2 months, but now targets a return next Thursday night against the Patriots. Speaking of the AFC East, the Jets may also get a key cog of their offense back. QB Sam Darnold participated in his first practice since week 1. No contact yet for Darnold. Remember, the second-year signal caller was diagnosed with mono, and the 0-3 Jets have crumbled on offense without him. Gang Green has not recorded an offensive touchdown since Darnold's departure. Only 1 field goal for the offense in the Jets' Week 2 matchup with the Browns. Darnold's status for Sunday's tilt with the Eagles still up in the air. If Darnold can't go, Luke Falk would receive his second career start. And start sharpening your skates. Hockey is back. Scintillating matchup tonight, Blues and Capitals. It should be very exciting to start the NHL season.
All right, thanks so much, Corey. And when we come back, we'll take one last look at your weather. Stay with us.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time.
They did bring up the full screen eventually.
The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Got a quarter?
So, Nicole, I know you mentioned October 15th. That's when we're going to start to see snow. That's so soon. I'm not prepared.
Yeah, that's when I should expect that our average freeze should be coming in. And so then if any snow is any rain may be predicted around that area, that's when we could start seeing some snows. We'll hit those 32-degree highs, not lows, but highs. Very high predictability of that for us going forward through the month of October. So expect those temperatures from today forward to steadily decline.
That is not something I'm looking forward to. But tell me right now for this week, what should I wear tomorrow? What should I wear for the rest of the week?
So for tomorrow, you should expect that the rain will be kind of on and off as we saw today. And then as the day progresses, that's when we'll get into seeing some more showers. It'll be a high of about 54 degrees, a low of 44. Then it'll be nice. The sun comes back for Friday and Saturday. Saturday, your prime day to go spend some time outside if you want some last chances with the sun. And then a Sunday and Monday, those showers come back. But we're still looking at some higher temperatures. 69 degrees you see there for Sunday. Going to be quite a muggy day then on Sunday as well as Monday with those temperatures back into the low to mid 60s range.
So Nicole, I'm actually going away this weekend. I'm leaving on Friday. Do you think the weather will be pretty nice for my drive?
I think that you should be okay. The rain should hold off after tomorrow night, and then we'll pretty much see some sun come back out, which is so great for Syracuse. There's practically never sun as we move into the mid of October.
Oh, thanks so much.
And that's all the time we have for you tonight. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at CitrusTV News and like us on Facebook. I'm Amber McElrath.
And I'm Jenna Bree. Have a great night, Syracuse.